Wafloy is a Christian retreat center located just outside of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Sits on 75 acres, surrounded by the mountains, bordered by the national park. Just a beautiful setting for retreats, for events. The whole reason Wafloy exists is to provide opportunities for adult retreats, youth retreats, really just opportunities where people can come and experience God in this intimate setting where they can kind of just retreat and get away. Wafloy started in 1947. W.A. and Floyd Bell, they were school teachers at the time, and they had a passion and a heart and really a vision to just create a place, a retreat center in the serenity of the Smoky Mountains, just away from all the craziness of just everyday life. And they wanted a place where people could get away, be still, a place where people could, if they didn't know God already, that they'd have a place where they might come to know Him. But also for believers who already know God, just a place to be able to just rejuvenate their relationship with Him and be able to get away and really just refresh spiritually. Wafloy really became a place for people from all over the world to come and retreat there. I think as many as 43 different countries. Groups have been coming, and some of those groups, they'll come year after year. Miss Bell ran Wafloy well into her 90s, and you know, in fact, long after her health started to decline, she was running the place, and it began to get difficult for her. And so some decisions were made, and her grandson and his wife, Jerry and Peggy, came on board, and she had asked him to come in and help run Wafloy. And so they did that for about 15 years or so, even after Miss Bell passed away. And they carried on her legacy and her vision for that place, and not wanting to see it sold off and just develop into condos, but they really worked hard to make sure that the place stayed a retreat center where groups could come and do just what Miss Bell envisioned them doing and created it for, was that they could come and continue to retreat and get away. Then in 2013, they found themselves at a point really where reservations were low. Facilities were getting run down, and they were having a hard time keeping up with just the upkeep of the place. You know, it takes a lot to keep Wafloy up and running, and you know, a property of that size. And they found themselves in a situation where they're in danger of losing the property and it being sold off to private interests. And so after a lot of prayer and deliberation, they approached Coreyton about assuming stewardship and management of the property. And since that time, Wafloy's just been blessed with numerous volunteers giving up their time, their vacation time, their energy, their resources. Some come every week, some come for special projects. And as a result of that, over the past year, we've seen the completion of 6 renovation projects up at Wafloy. The first renovation project we were able to see happen was Steiner Bell Lodge, which is our big 32-room lodge that sits up on top of the hill. And from that first work day, where we saw over 100 volunteers come up and donate their time and help with a lot of demolition and deconstruction of the place, Steiner Bell has received a complete makeover. Everything from floor, walls, sheetrock, paint, carpet, complete new kitchen, the dining room, a lot of the exterior siding, gutters, and even landscaping had to be completely redone. And then more recently, thanks to a very generous donation, we were able to put a much needed metal roof on Steiner Bell. Victory Lodge is one of our smaller bunkhouses. It was completely renovated. Everything from floor, walls, ceiling, lights, plumbing fixtures, new heating and air unit, exterior siding, new roof, even a large porch with a really nice fire pit. And the amazing thing about it, it was adopted by a couple here at our church, and they took it on as their project, as their ministry, and funded the majority of the project. And I would say probably 90% of the work was done by members of their Sunday school class coming up each weekend. Again, just giving up their time, their energy, their resources, and coming up and seeing the completion of that. The Youth Lodge, which is our larger bunkhouse, received just a complete interior overhaul. Everything from refinishing of floors, knocking out of walls, moving the kitchen, windows, doors, new furniture. In addition to that, the lodge received a large covered porch. pavilion is just a really unique cottage that sits right there on the creek. And what was used most recently is a storage facility and just stocked full of furniture. Has recently, again, just thanks to just a lot of volunteers coming up, been renovated to a 1-bedroom cottage with a sitting area, large living room with a breakfast area, big fireplace, got all new flooring, kitchen appliances. The ceiling had to be redone, and it's become really one of our most requested facilities for couples, for nightly rentals, but also when groups bring guest speakers or worship leaders. It's become a real favorite. We're really excited with the reopening of the on-site restaurant located right there at Wafloy, right on 321. Vacant and unused for many years. It had to receive complete structural repair, all new plumbing, electrical, new flooring, new siding, new doors, new windows. It received all new gas appliances, wraparound deck, all new siding. The neat thing about the restaurant was we had a group come up from Henniger, Alabama. They came up and dedicated about 3 or 4 days out of their busy schedules to come and do a lot of the exterior work on the restaurant. The restaurant's not only open to the public now, but also provides opportunities for guests if they would like catering when they come and stay at Wafloy. We're able to provide that through this restaurant now. We've also been blessed over the past year by volunteers just doing major renovations and improvements to the landscaping and to the grounds around Wafloy. We've been blessed over the past year not only by volunteers donating their time, but also just some amazingly generous donations. New tractor, lawnmower, vehicle, several trailers for use around property, and as well as just various other work equipment. Some other projects that were completed over the past year up at Wafloy, in addition to some improvements to the majority of the rest of the cabins up here, was a paintball course, just top of the line paintball course, and it saw a lot of use this past summer. A new sand volleyball court, a disc golf course, and improvements to the waterfront. The reason you hear us talk so much about volunteers and giving is that they're crucial to the life of Wafloy for all future projects and renovations and really the ministry of Wafloy. You know, really everything that we've talked about, from renovations and projects, even to the number of people coming to Wafloy now, it would all be pointless without a mission in mind. And again, that mission is to provide opportunities where life-changing experiences can occur and people can say yes to God.